Happy greetings, everyone. If you can see and hear me okay, please say hello in the comments and let me know that you can see and hear me. And we are going to get started. So, for those who don't know me, I'm Crystal Forman, the owner and educator of Holistic Wellness and Health, where we make healthy living easy, nutritious, delicious, and fun, with a focus on plant based foods and meditation to help you live a healthier, compassionate, and more vibrant life. Today, we are going to focus on using our um, cuttings to do propagation. So we have Mint here. Hi, Kimberly. Thank you for saying hello and letting me know that you can see and hear me okay. So I have a few different types of mint here. I have some spearmint. Oops, I'm not sure how well you all are going to see that. I have my green screen going today. That's going to be interesting. Let's see. We have our spearmint here. I'm going to turn that off in a moment. And then we also have our, what's this called? This is our licorice mint, which we used to make Annie's hyssop tea the other day. So I'm just going to change my background real quick. Just give me one moment because I want to make sure you all can actually see everything that I am doing. I'm changing that and none. There we go. I had the green screen going, but it's not working for us because I'm using green plants. So we have our beautiful Annie's hyssop. It's actually not related to the anise plant or the hyssop plant at all. It's called anise hyssop because it has purple flowers when it blooms in the summer, and it looks a lot like hyssop. So you can tell that a plant is a mint plant because it has a square stem, and a lot of the mint plants have like a nice, like minty, menthol fragrance. Not all mint plants have a fragrance though. So I've done videos on purple dead nettle, and that is in the mint family, but it does not smell like mint. So all plants that smell like mint are edible. All plants in the mint family, not necessarily all mint family plants are edible. So if you have something like purple dead nettle or henbit, they don't really smell like mint, but they do have the characteristic square stem as well as alternating leaf leaves. So you can kind of see these leaves come off this way, these come off the other way. So I'm going to take my kitchen scissors or garden scissors, so something very sharp. We're going to take off the bottom leaves of this plant, and this is where our nodes are. So this is where our new roots are going to come in from. You don't want a whole lot of leaves on the plant because it takes away some of the energy for actually creating new roots. So of course you can save this and put it in your tea or dehydrate it, whatever you want to do with this. And I'm going to cut this at an angle. I'm cutting this so you can see the node is right there. We're cutting just below the node there. And I'm cutting it at an angle. And this is going to go in water. So mint, usually you don't need to do like a rooting like soil type of thing for it. Like you can just put it right in water and it's ready to go. Make sure that node itself is in the water. In about a week, you'll start seeing roots forming. So about week to 2 weeks, they'll be ready to actually start to be ready to plant. So this is the anise hyssop. We also have beautiful, this is spearmint. So you can kind of see the leaves are a little different. It's a little curlier than the other mint. These nodes, I've already taken off the bottom of these. So I'm just going to come up. I'm going to actually take off these here. So you really only need to leave about 4 to 6 leaves at the top. Take off the rest. Going to leave 2 nodes on here. I'm cutting just below this node. So it's very important that you actually leave the node there so that you have something for the roots to come out of. That's where a lot of the stem cells are located. So like the embryonic cells are here, and that will help us get new roots. So also going in our water, or you can use a glass like this that has a wider top there. Just make sure the water, the cutting is in the water itself. So that's ready to go. Does anyone have any questions about propagation? Hi, Tiara. How are you? Let's see. And This is peppermint from my front yard. So one of my friends asked me for some peppermint. She's been having great success with spearmint and some other mints, but not peppermint. And so she didn't think it grew well in this area, but my yard is filled with peppermint. So I told her I would get her some cuttings. So I'm going to take off the bottom leaves again here. And I'm going to actually come all the way up here. You only really need to leave about 3 inches of your stem to put in the water. Of course, you need your node as well. So I'm just going to cut just below our node, and that's ready to go in the water as well. So if you want to do like a rooting, can't think of the word right now, to actually like a rooting hormone, there we go. You can actually buy it or you can make it yourself. So you can easily make it with apple cider vinegar or aspirin, just regular like store-bought aspirin, 1 tablet, like the 325 milligram tablet, to about a gallon of water, let that dissolve. Dip this in, and then just you can either put it directly back in the water or put it in soil. I personally like to do like just add it directly to water and let the roots start to grow in about a week or so, and then transfer that to soil. But if you want to just directly put this directly into soil, then you can do something like aspirin or apple cider vinegar. Just dip this in at the node and then directly in soil, and the roots will start as well. Technically, you can actually put this directly in the soil, but there's a chance that it won't take and that it will start to rot at the bottom. By putting it in apple cider vinegar or aspirin or some type of rooting hormone, it will actually start to root. The apple cider vinegar actually helps prevent bacteria or mold from growing on your tips here. So it's beneficial. But I like to do it this way. It's less expensive, it's easy enough, and you can see the roots coming out. So that is that for that. I'm going to do that with the rest of these spearmints as well. I actually don't have any spearmint growing in my yard yet. So I am going to propagate some of that for my yard. So it's always cool to have gardeners and farmers to trade with and just get different cuttings from. Mint is super easy to grow. I definitely encourage beginner gardeners to use, start with herbs, growing with herbs, and mint is one of the easiest ones. But you want to make sure that wherever you put it, it's where you want it to be if you're putting it in your soil. So we started off with one small cutting about 7 years ago, and now we have a full, like about a 6 by 6 foot area of mint. This is the first year that it's not doing as well as it has in previous years because it's being competed by our violets for a change, which I'm totally cool with. Um, Something needed to compete with them, but yeah, they're very useful. You can always start it really anytime during the year. They will they won't take too well in the winter, but they will take. They mint usually will die back in the winter. This winter, my mint did not die back too much, so I guess our winter was not too bad. We're in Maryland, Zone 7B, USDA Hardiness Zone 7B, so it wasn't too bad this year. But you can grow mint all year long, inside and outside. So definitely take some cuttings. You can, even when you get your cuttings, when you buy mint from the grocery store, you can actually take it out of that packet and do the exact same thing we did here, and just like take off the bottom leaves, cut at an angle just below the node, and put it in water for about a week or two so you get nice strong roots, and then be ready to put that in soil. You can also grow mint just in water long term. A lot of people will do that. I don't do it that way. That's just my preference, but you can do that if that's what you have available. So is there any questions or comments? I'm just keeping this Monday really quick. But I will be back Friday for our normal live at 5. I know these past couple of Fridays have been different. So we'll be back this Friday for our normal live at 5 kitchen edition, where we will use our local farm fresh produce to make a nice, easy, delicious plant-based meal. So are there any questions, comments? Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I am going to check off here. I'm just going to add this here for you all just to make it easier. Yeah, so it's youtube.com/holistic wellness and health. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with me on this Monday morning or afternoon. My day is off today, but whatever. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I will definitely see you on Friday for our live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, peace, love, and blessings, everyone. Take care.